Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and I've been taking a look at all of the different cord-cutting streaming services that are out there, and one we haven't looked at yet is called Frndly, which is going to be the subject of today's review. This is probably the most bare bones, but also the least expensive one that I have looked at so far, and it gets you a number of channels that you might want to have to fill in the gaps if you are cutting your cable television service. I've got more services like this that I've reviewed in the video description below, so be sure to check that out. And now we're going to dive into Frndly here and see how it compares. Now, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that I'd signed up for their free 7-day trial to do this review. However, they are not paying for this review, nor are they reviewing or approving what you're about to see before it was uploaded, and all the opinions you're about to hear are my own. So let's get into it now and see what Frndly is all about. Now, Frndly has 3 plans available. They can bill you on an annual basis or a monthly basis. The annual will save you about 20%, but you do pay for 12 months up front. So although they say it's $7.99 a month, it's actually $95 at the time your free trial runs out. Their classic plan gives you 3 months of DVR retention. They have a DVR that's in the cloud, very similar to some of these other services we've looked at. They also will provide, of course, high-definition video quality. You can watch 2 things simultaneously, and you also get access to on-demand programming. Now, on the premium side, they charge you $10 a month, again, billed annually, and that will give you 9 months of recording retention, along with the ability to watch things on 4 screens simultaneously. They have a basic plan, which doesn't cost all that much less than the classic plan, and that one does not have a DVR and only gives you standard definition quality. So if you're going to pay for it, you may as well go with the classic version. Now, you can watch on more than one device at a time, but they do not have the ability to separate out different users. So everybody who uses Frndly on your account is going to see the same thing. Let's dive into the service now and see what channels it offers. Now, at the time I'm recording this video, there are 49 channels available. The big heavy hitters are kind of at the top of the list here. So you've got A&E, History, the Hallmark channel. I think Lifetime is on here as well. So if you are someone who needs these channels and didn't want to spend a lot for a streaming service to get them back again, this is going to be the least expensive way to do it. The channels available at the time I'm recording this video, you can see up here right now. So you can hit the pause button and take a look. They also have a premium Hallmark offering that you can get for a little bit extra per month if you can't get enough of your Hallmark movies. Now, you're going to notice here that they're not offering any sports, no cable news, nor any local channels, because those are the things that cost the most to provide. So they are sticking to some bare bones basics here, but for many, this might be enough. Now, as far as device compatibility is concerned, right now I am running it on an Android TV device. This is that on-stick from Walmart, but you can also run it on a lot of other devices, including many versions of Samsung and Vizio televisions. It has an app for Fire TV and Roku, along with Apple TV. There are apps for mobile devices like Android and iPhones and iPads. And, of course, you can watch it on other Android TV devices beyond the one we're looking at here. You should check this list, though, and I'll put a link to it in the video description, because older Samsung TVs aren't going to work with it. LG televisions are not compatible directly, so you may have to get yourself a cheap Roku or on-device or whatever to be able to watch these things. However, it does support Chromecast, so if you have a cheap Chromecast device plugged into your television, you can cast it from the mobile app, which we'll look at a little bit later in the video. Now, when you boot up Frndly, you will be brought to a home screen that's got a bunch of curated recommendations here. And then below that, you have some recommendations based on what's currently live. And then you can scroll down further and get some genre suggestions as well. And if you like browsing this way and don't know what to watch, that could be pretty convenient. They also have a channel guide, a very traditional looking one, that allows you to browse through what is currently live on TV. Now, one of the neat things about this, though, as I scroll down to something that is a little copyright safe here, is that you can go backwards in time, because they are recording everything all the time. So I could scroll back here to Tuesday at 1 p.m. and play back what was on the Weather Channel at that time. So you've got basically 72 hours of a look back here on all of the different channels, even if you did not ask it to record. And so right now this is going to stream in from their servers based on what it recorded earlier. So that's a neat feature that you can find and watch stuff that you might have missed. And then, of course, you can set recordings to record things later on. So I thought that was a really cool feature. One other way that this 72-hour look back surfaces itself is in the movies and TV section here. So what you will see at the top are expiration notices, because these are things that aired previously. And so I've got like an hour to watch this 2-hour movie. So that one's probably not going to be watchable because it will expire while I'm in the middle of watching it. But there are a number of other movies here that aired at some point over the last 72 hours that I can go back and watch. Now, in addition to live television, they also have on-demand for certain shows on certain networks. And you can go in and search for stuff using the search button here. So, for example, earlier I searched for The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. It's a really fun show that I like to watch. And if I go over to that, what you will see here is kind of a landing page for the TV show. Now, I can set it to record any future episodes. I've also favorited this so I can go back to this quickly, and I'll show you where this lives in a minute. But below all of this are on-demand episodes that I can play back anytime. So you can see right now seasons 1, 3, and 4 are currently available to stream. So I could go over to this episode here in this season and hit the button here and start playing this back from history, basically on demand. You will, of course, get ads on all of this stuff. That includes the live and the recorded. But if you have a favorite show that is available for streaming on a particular network, it will show up here. Now, I searched earlier for another show that was not as available. So let's look up here, Murder, She Wrote, because this one is a good example of a show that might have a lot of variability to it. So if we go over to Murder, She Wrote here, just wait for my little on stick to catch up. If we jump down here, you can see that some episodes are expiring because these were aired and they're in that 72-hour window. There are other episodes that are streaming, and there's some others that are airing soon. So I could set this to record, for example, so I don't miss it. So a lot of neat ways to find your favorite shows and keep track of them. And if we go up here to the My Stuff section, you can see where all of these things live. So when we select My Stuff here, what we will find is a list of all the things that I have recorded. So I've got 4 shows here that were recorded earlier. I can play these back. I can also go in and delete it or browse more about the episode. I can also add the show to my list of favorites as well. My friend Dick DiBartolo used to write for the Match Game, which is pretty cool. And then if we jump down here to our favorite TV shows, you can see all the shows that I'm keeping track of here. So if I wanted to see when the next Pawn Stars episode is on here, I can go from the My Stuff section into the show's landing page here. And then below that, we have kind of an alphabetical list of my TV shows, and then they break it out by genre here if you wanted to find your favorite things based on a particular genre. And this is something I would imagine they'll be updating and changing over time. So this might look a little different than today if you are watching this in the future. Now, I wanted to just talk briefly about the DVR options. You saw that you could set it to record a show and every episode in it. And when those recordings are made, you will retain them for 3 months if you are on the mid-level plan there, and everything will just show up in the right bucket. So if it does have a rerun that comes on, because it organizes everything by episode and season, it really doesn't matter if it records it again, because you're not going to have a big list of stuff that you have to sift through. You can navigate based on the seasons like we saw earlier. Now, on the channel guide here, I can also just browse ahead, and maybe I want to record Adam 12 here. I can select that and go over to record to start the recording. I can record this episode, but I also have the option to record all new and repeat episodes as well. So pretty simple here to do those recordings. Again, you just have to make sure that you watch within 3 months on this particular plan, because your recordings do disappear after that length of time unless you go on the premium plan that has a few more options available for you there. But you can record as much as you want. There's no limit in hours. You can record every channel at the same time if you need to, so there's really no limit on that. just that you can only watch things on 2 screens at a time. That includes live and recorded. Now, you saw the TV interface there. The mobile interface is very similar. You've got your main tabs here along the bottom, so I can go over here to the guide. I can go over to movies and TV shows and my stuff, and everything is pretty much formatted the same way it is on your TV screen. Now, the mobile app does require an internet connection to work, even for recorded programming. So you cannot download stuff onto your phone for offline viewing, at least at the time I'm recording this video. And if all else fails, they do have a client that runs on a web browser that includes mobile devices as well. So you should be able to watch your Frndly TV shows on just about anything. But just remember, on the mid-level plan here, only 2 things can be streamed on your account at a time. So that will be a limiting factor to a degree. And also, as I mentioned earlier, there are no individual profiles for different members of the family. So everybody is going to have the same interface and recommendations when they log in. But overall, I found Frndly to be a good alternative if you are looking to stream things like the History Channel and Lifetime and don't need all the other stuff. It is very affordable, and if you are planning out how you can piecemeal your TV entertainment post cord cutting, this might be a solution if it has the channels that you're looking for. My wife loves the Hallmark Channel and some stuff that shows up on History from time to time, so this might be a good solution for us that doesn't break the bank nor gives us channels that we won't be watching at all. So that's it for Frndly. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section, and if there are any services that I haven't yet looked at, do let me know, because it's been fun to play around with different things and see what kinds of options are out there for consumers. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters Brian Parker, Budley, Hot Sauce and Video Games, Steve Green, and Amda Brown. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.